Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of the Habibis. Today I'm joined by my friend Husban. Husban, do you want to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. My name's Husban. I more commonly go by McDoogleh online. I'm an independent game developer working on Rogue Eclipse. It's a over-the-top, crazy space flight shooter, pew pew, all sorts of crazy things going on.
It's
Um,
gorgeous and beautiful and shocking that one person made it.
Thank you so much. Shukran jazilan for that.
Have fun, have
And
fun.
and yeah, that's what I'm working on. And as a side note, I'm a self-certified cat master as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So you certify other people too, or you only certify
Only
yourself?
certify myself.
Oh, that's a
but
shame.
but if it's anything cats related, that's I'm the
That
go-to guy
works.
for those questions.
Speaking of questions, I have a question for you. Can you tell us about your fondest Ramadan memory?
Yes. Um, so and this one's I'm particularly fond of because it was 2004, um and we were I think Ramadan was around October, November of that time, and basically going into Ramadan, it was the year Halo 2 was coming out, and I was saying, please, please let me get Halo 2. And sure enough, Halo 2 coincided with the final day of Ramadan.
Wow.
And mashallah,
It
alhamdulillah,
was a Eid gift.
that was my Edie, man. That was my first Edie. And it was, it's been so many years since, but I still haven't forgotten it to this day. And I mean,
Wow.
mashallah, alhamdulillah, I mean, the cherry on top of not just getting the game, but because it was the final day leading to, the Eid festivities, it basically meant I was able to leave school slightly early. So not only did I mashallah get the ED I want, I got to go home, and because we were having to wait for the entire family, I was able to play Halo 2 for like 2 hours before the rest of the family had gathered together. For like the final, as in, for that evening, and then of course Eid. And
What
yeah,
a perfect Eid.
yeah, yeah, right. It's just you could like, you know, as someone who loves, who's obsessed with that game, as in Halo 1 as a kid, to
Mhm.
get that as an ED, and then to go home and play it early, like, uh, you know, leave school early and play it. Mashallah, alhamdulillah, you can't get better than that.
You can't. Wow, that is a beautiful memory. Thank you very much for sharing it with us. I have a completely unrelated question that
Yep.
I've always wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Where does your nickname come from,
Oh
McDoogleh?
my gosh! I cannot believe the serendipity of all this, or kismet. But the funny thing was, my siblings and I were getting our first online account, which was with Xbox Live through Halo 2. So
You have got to be
I know,
kidding me.
I know. So, so the thing was, like, my siblings and I, because we had to share the account, we had to agree on a name, and the name we landed up with was McDoogleh, and then I'm the.
How? Like, why?
To
What
be
is
fair, it was
it?
my middle brother suggested it, and like for whatever reason, like the my siblings and I just agreed on it. We're just like, sure, like, it was the name, like it wasn't the one that got rejected.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
like, yeah, and I'm the youngest, so they went off, and so I just kind of inherited the account, and then I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna own this and take it. And yeah, it just was a distinct name. And I grew up in the time where, like, you kind of had to use aliases or nicknames or
Yeah.
whatever, right, online, because of Oh, I'm sure you're gonna
reasons.
remember AOL. Who remembers
Yes,
AOL? AIM,
I do.
MSN, the days before Skype. But
I wish I could forget, but but I remember.
uh, but yeah, no, that's how we landed with McDoogleh, and then I'm just like, you know what, I'll just apply it to everything, and I've kept
I
it
mean,
stuck with it since.
thank you for answering that. I have many follow-up questions that I will not ask. But I appreciate the clarity. And you're right.
You're just like, surely if I get this answered, the mystery will end. And it's like, no,
Exactly.
the plot deepens.
Yeah, now I need to get your middle brother on an episode and ask what he was thinking. Awesome. All right. So, yeah, that's it for this week. Thank you for joining us, Husban. Really appreciate your anecdotes. We're going to share the links to your beautiful,
Oh,
gorgeous
thank
game so that
you.
everyone will be able to play it. And yeah, Ramadan Kareem to you and salam to everyone.
Likewise to you, and thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to be on here. Take care.
Salam.
Walaikum salam.